Section 1. Clash of Civilizations. Rome versus Carthage. The Punic Wars were a series of 3 wars fought between Rome and Carthage. These wars took place over a century, from 264 BC to 146 BC. Rome and Carthage were the 2 greatest powers in the Western Mediterranean at the time. They clashed in a fight for supremacy. The wars were a pivotal point in ancient history. Rome emerged victorious, becoming the dominant power in the Mediterranean. Carthage, a thriving trading empire, was utterly destroyed. The Punic Wars were about more than just land and resources. They were a clash of cultures, ideologies, and ambitions. Rome was a rising republic, eager to expand its territory and influence. Carthage, a Phoenician colony, was a wealthy trading empire with a long history of maritime dominance. The wars had a profound impact on both civilizations. They also shaped the course of Western civilization, paving the way for the rise of the Roman Empire. Section 2. The First Punic War, a struggle for the sea. The First Punic War, from 264 to 241 BC, began over control of the strategic island of Sicily. A group of mercenaries called the Mamertines, who had seized the city of Messana, appealed to both Rome and Carthage for help. This ignited the conflict. Rome, primarily a land power, recognized the strategic importance of Sicily. They built a powerful navy to challenge Carthage's dominance at sea. The war was characterized by fierce naval battles, with both sides suffering heavy losses. One of the most famous battles of the First Punic War was the Battle of Mylae in 260 BC. The Roman navy, equipped with innovative boarding bridges called corvi, defeated the Carthaginian fleet. This victory gave Rome control of the seas around Sicily. After 23 years of war, Rome emerged victorious. Carthage was forced to cede Sicily to Rome and pay a large indemnity. The First Punic War marked the beginning of Rome's rise to dominance in the Mediterranean. Section 3. Hannibal's legacy, the Second Punic War. The Second Punic War, from 218 to 201 BC, is most famous for the Carthaginian general Hannibal Barca. Hannibal, seeking revenge for Carthage's defeat in the First Punic War, led his army, including war elephants, on a daring march across the Alps into Italy. Hannibal's crossing of the Alps was a remarkable feat of military logistics and strategy. He overcame treacherous mountain passes, harsh weather conditions, and attacks from local tribes. His arrival in Italy took the Romans completely by surprise. Hannibal inflicted a series of crushing defeats on the Romans, most notably at the Battle of Cannae in 216 BC. His tactical genius and the ferocity of his troops shocked the Roman world. However, despite his victories, Hannibal was unable to capture Rome itself. The tide turned when the Roman general Scipio Africanus invaded North Africa, threatening Carthage itself. Hannibal was recalled to defend his homeland. In 202 BC, Scipio defeated Hannibal at the Battle of Zama, ending the Second Punic War. Section 4. The Fall of Carthage, the Third Punic War. The Third Punic War, from 149 to 146 BC, was the final and most brutal conflict between Rome and Carthage. Rome, driven by fear and resentment, decided to eliminate Carthage once and for all. The war was a one-sided affair. The Romans, led by Scipio Aemilianus, the adopted grandson of Scipio Africanus, besieged Carthage. The Carthaginians, weakened and demoralized after decades of conflict, fought bravely but were ultimately no match for the Roman legions. In 146 BC, after a 3-year siege, Roman forces broke through Carthage's defenses and sacked the city. Carthage was razed to the ground, its inhabitants enslaved or slaughtered. The once great city was reduced to rubble. The destruction of Carthage marked the end of an era. Rome had established itself as the undisputed master of the Western Mediterranean. The Punic Wars had a profound impact on the ancient world, shaping the course of history for centuries to come.